Okay, I'm here at Calhoun Community College here, the Cars and Coffee, April 11, 2026. I'm here with Steve Berger. He's the Automotive Technology instructor. We're in the classroom right now. He's going to give me a tour of the classroom and also of the maintenance area, automotive area where they work on the vehicles.
Hello, I'm Steve Berger, one of the instructors here at Calhoun Community College. Right now we are in our classroom. We might also call this a computer lab. This is typically where we're going to do all of our lectures, all of our textbook, or that side of the curriculum. Every student has access to their own computer. Typically we're looking at service information, all working on problems together. Over here are some of our toolkits. For example, over here is multimeter. Each one of these boxes you see here from NC3 is a certification program. That's multimeter over there. And over here we have scan tools as well. So in our engine performance and electrical classes, students do have the opportunity to receive training and also certification through Snap-on and NC3. Okay. Moving on out here, we'll take a little tour of the shop. And we have two other classrooms that we'll save for the end.
Okay.
Probably one of the big highlights is the electrical training room. This is just like a setup, just like any other shop. Many lifts. Very nice, air conditioned, it's very clean, although right now we are in the middle of several projects. The Mercedes over here is getting a full front end suspension rebuild, currently in progress. We'll talk about this for a minute. This is one of our trainers. We have several just like this. It's almost like a car, except we don't have the car in the way. For example, we have the whole engine and transmission, powertrain setup. See if we can start it. It turns on just like a car. You have the gas pedal down here. For any electrical testing, we have a breakout box here. So if we need to demonstrate something on an engine, how something works, we can get to everything easily. We aren't having to crawl under a dash, just for the learning side of things, and trying to get a good understanding of that. Over here are all of our tire machines, all the latest and various technology there on the under side, tire mounting machines and balancing machines, including the Revolution tire machine. We covered some of this stuff in our steering and suspension classes. Moving along over here. We have two alignment racks.
And what did you call these?
This is a wheel alignment rack. So students in the steering suspension class get familiar with the process of aligning vehicles. So everybody should leave that class very comfortable with how to perform a two-wheel and four-wheel alignment. We practice those daily in steering and suspension class. We have some engines. Currently, this is still a class happening. Let's go walk over here. These are some twin-turbo V6 engines out of the Toyota Tundra. Okay. That one's completely assembled. This one's still being worked on. Students in the engine class actually take the whole engine apart, all the way down to the crankshaft and pistons. It's a bare block, and then it all goes back together. So you get to see every single part of the engine. If it comes apart, we take it apart, put it back together. Understand how it works. It's a machine for ADAS alignment, ADAS equipment for aiming cameras, intelligent cruise control, radar sensors. That's what all those target boards are. Over here where this truck is, Calhoun truck, that's another alignment rack. So we have two different alignment machines. Some more engines. Plymouth Roadrunner, four-wheel drum brakes, so a great opportunity to learn about drum brakes for the brake classes. As you can see, the engines are kind of scattered all through the building. I mean, everybody has their own work area. 20 or so students in the class. All have their own engine. This is one of our school vehicles here. This is donated by Ford. We use this for various tasks. Currently on this side of the building, this is where we teach the transmission classes. So right now we're in the middle of a manual transmission class. This International 200 right here belongs to one of our students. They're actually replacing the clutch on it. This Grand Prix with the LS V8 is getting a transmission rebuild. This also belongs to a student. The transmission itself is almost back together. So hopefully we'll be installing that soon. Automatic transmission. This is one of our school vehicles. So this one's going to be getting, we're just taking the parts that we want off of it and it's going to get scrapped. So we're currently working on getting the engine out. We're going to take the whole front suspension out. This will eventually just be a shell, and then we'll be making room for other projects. But we're going to get all the parts we want out of it for future classes. For example, this V8 4.6. Did some transmission repairs on this Nissan Cube. It's currently going back together. And 1 month from today, all this should be 1 month from today, all this should be nice and clean again. All these boxes right here, Toyota V6s donated from Toyota, full engine assemblies, so we're going to use those for the engine classes. Similar to the Crown Victoria that we saw, this is another vehicle that we're taking all the parts off of that we want. Currently we're taking the front suspension off of it. We've already taken the engine and transmission out of it, and rear axle. This will be leaving here as a frame or a body. Several toolboxes just like this. If you have a key, I would open and show you everything, but I think we probably have somewhere between 10 and 20 of those. Fully stocked tools. Some leftover project from the transmission class. It's a Ford 10R80, 10-speed. And now we can go in here. I'm saving the electrical room for class. This is probably one of my favorite rooms right here. This is what we call the rebuild room. We do a lot of our transmission classes in here. There are various projects happening right now on the manual transmission side of things. We also have some transfer cases in here. One thing I would like to show, if you ever wonder how something works, we have a lot of these things. So cutaways of how transmissions operate. You actually shift it through the gears. And you can watch how the clutch operates. Of course, this is a lever, but this simulates your clutch pedal. So we can actually see how everything works. So that's been a pretty helpful thing. Moving on over here. Another one of our certification kits for precision measuring instruments. So that's where students can learn about micrometers, dial calipers, bore gauges, for all those precision measurements. And if you want to see this, this is brand new input shaft and counter shaft out of a Ford Ranger. This is one with some issues. So one of our students actually is in the process of repairing this one. So that one will eventually hopefully go into a vehicle and be operated. Yeah, typically our rebuild room. Lots of stuff happening right now, so lots of parts, but we use them all. We stay pretty busy. Even teach a little bit about the CVT side of things. So here's our CVT belt, along with some pulleys. We use those in the automatic class. Another one of our trainers. Transaxle manual transmission. And one more part of the tour would be possibly the one that is most interesting is the electrical room. Okay, I'm going to go here real quick. Be right with y'all. A lot of electrical simulators in here. We also happen to have this transaxle simulator as well, where we can actually, this is a cutaway of how the inside of a transaxle works. Transmission, we have a transmission as well, a 4L60, and we can even operate the clutches and bands using these switches here. We apply air pressure to it, so we can actually operate it, turn it, and then watch those components work.